How strong is Steven Universe? This is a question I've been meaning to ask you guys for a while. I did How Strong is KO a few months ago, and then the show kept going and made that video outdated pretty fast. That shouldn't be a problem because this time I waited until the series just finished. Let's go through the list one at a time, going through major feats, and then I'll tell you what his greatest power is. Stay tuned until the end. I asked a question at the end of my last video and we're going to go through the best comments together. Make sure to hit like and subscribe and let's begin.
Strength. I've been going with the Transformers tech spec stats for a while now, and I feel that isn't working out. We can talk about Steven's feats, how in the movie he was able to start lifting Spinell's drill while his power was drained, or how he was able to lift large pieces of rubble with ease. But was it not Lapis herself who was taught by Steven throughout the series? Mentored about Earth and organic life, who said to her less educated counterparts, "That wasn't strength, that was weakness. Restraint takes strength. Patience takes strength." Ugh, I don't have the strength to deal with you. Strength doesn't just mean brute force, it also means self-discipline, something Steven shows in Stride. In Steven Universe Future, Steven occasionally lets his pink diamond side out, causing destruction or wanting to fight more. This isn't him showing feats of strength though, these are actually moments of weakness.
Intelligence. Way back in Season 1, we found out that Steven was being homeschooled by the Crystal Gems. Although he had trouble with knowing basic things, being unfamiliar with schools or hospitals, he still went on to do great things. Now Steven is a teacher and is responsible for rehabilitating all of the gem life that was ravaged by the Diamond Authority. His quick wit and strategy has proven itself to be extremely versatile in Era 3, but as noted by his Zircon lawyer in the trial, sometimes his plans have some holes in them.
Speed. One of Steven's more recent abilities is his Pink Diamond enhanced powers, which were on display in the episode Guidance, where as part of the fusion Smoky Quartz, she attained super speed, and Steven Universe fusions are an expression of the relationship between two individuals, with Smoky Quartz being in the bond between Steven and Amethyst. Both starting out as immature and reckless, but together they bring out new and exciting things. Steven teaches Amethyst to be herself, and that she's not just a runt. Amethyst teaches Steven that he's grown up so fast and is already stronger than she is. The super speed, I think, is a more metaphysical translation of this mutual support. Together, they're simply zooming.
Endurance. All of Steven's abilities are built around support roles. His shield and bubble are primarily defensive measures, which he reluctantly learned to use in offensive ways. His healing abilities can restore cracked gems, as well as bring organic life back from a recent death. His ability to bring plants to life is a good way to create an army of living creatures who follow orders without risking more important life in the process. I want to quickly talk about the plant life here. The watermelon Stevens were created using watermelon seeds, along with Steven's healing power, seemingly concentrated into plant golems. They create their own society and religion based around Steven. Then we look at strawberry fields, a large gem-based area on Earth covered in giant strawberries and littered with oversized weapons. The weapons could be explained as being made by Bismuth's forge, with it being unclear if they were wielded by gem fusions or giant strawberry soldiers, the strawberries being just covered in seeds.
Rank. Steven's ranking has been an interesting journey throughout the series. When we first meet him in Season 1, he's the lowest ranking among the Crystal Gems, not yet ready to go on adventures. They set up a series of challenges for him to go through to boost his self-esteem, but he figures out they're fake and feels insulted that they would do that for him, only to realize that they're doing it because they love him. So he goes with it. Through perseverance and constantly trying his hardest, Steven starts taking responsibilities for the actions of his mother, and is revealed that she was the Diamond the whole time. Steven is suddenly one of the highest ranking gem types in their whole society. We then learn that Pink Diamond was the lowest ranking diamond among the four, being seen as little more than a party planner and jester, often locked away in towers or made to feel bad. That all changes after the events of the movie when Steven proves that he isn't his mother, he's always been Steven the whole time. Steven Universe is now the highest ranking gem among the society and leads them all into Era 3 through a new wave of compassion and understanding.
Courage! Steven Universe has always had large, dangerous enemies looming just beyond the scope of Steven's understanding, as far back as the second episode, Laser Light Cannon, where we see our first look at her Red Eye. Little did we know at the time that the Red Eye was sent down by a Paradigm. This would lead to her, a Jasper, and the Lapis Lazuli they captured to head down to Earth. While these gears are turning in the background, Steven starts connecting dots and realizes it's up to him to help fight for Earth as well, shouting out his famous catchphrase, "I'm a crystal gem too!" while activating his shield to save the other crystal gems. Steven's courage has been a driving focus of the show throughout its run and continues to be a major part of his development as a character.
Firepower. Steven Universe has several abilities that can be loosely defined as firepower, as well as a multitude of inheritances from his mother. Starting with his natural abilities, we have his bubble that can be used defensively, can be spiked to use offensively, can be fractaled or focused on his fist to use like boxing gloves. The bubble can be used underwater or in the vacuum of space, creating its own miniature and sustainable atmosphere through what can only be described as magic. This seems to be a power unique to him being half human, as gems can bubble objects and poofed gemstones for storage for later. In Season 1, we see Pearl admiring a series of gem shards being kept in a rose quartz bubble, implying that once placed in a bubble, the item remains indefinitely until the bubble is popped. In addition, he can summon his mother's shield. Weapons summoning is interesting in Steven Universe, as the weapons can seem to be both magical and created. Citing Bismuth creating adjustments for the main Crystal Gems weapons in her introduction episode, with them able to summon the weapons with the new adjustment with no noticeable difference. In fact, Pink Pearl, or Volleyball, states that her ribbon wand was a gift from Pink Diamond, and she uses it along with CG Pearl's spear to create a fusion weapon, showing that the gem weapon can be an item that is given as a gift. Steven's shield can be used in his fusions with the crystal gems to create new weapons. As Smoky Quartz, it combines with Amethyst's whip to become a yo-yo. As Rainbow Quartz, it combines with Pearl's spear to become a parasol. As Sunstone, it combines with Garnet's gauntlets to become large suction cup hands. And as Obsidian, it combines with all three, form a giant sword capable of fighting a rampaging mech. This is not to mention the suits of armor that can be brought to life. Citing episode 117 and 105, or the laser light cannons I brought up earlier, honestly, Steven has a lot of abilities.
Skill. Steven Universe starts out as the weakest member of his family, but over the course of 6 seasons and a movie becomes the highest ranking diamond authority in the known universe, and everyone recognizes it on sight. Episode 312, Restaurant Wars, is kind of a metaphor for the whole series. Steven, through no fault of his own, creates a war between the two sides that otherwise existed together peacefully. After hearing grievances from each side, as well as seeing their conflict go crazier and crazier, he stages a meeting between them and sets them straight in a way no other person could have. At the end of the day, Steven made up for his previous actions, and the two groups were at peace once again. Compare this to the main conflict throughout the series. Pink Diamond accidentally starts a war between the Diamonds and Earth, two groups that could have existed together peacefully. Things escalate out of control, and both sides become more and more aggressive. But then Steven solves the issues, not through violence or force, but by talking it through and creating understanding between them. It's only through these actions that he can solve the issue, and the two groups can be at peace again.
And that brings us to Steven's greatest power. If you don't mind this quick aside, there is a Marvel character known as Squirrel Girl, who's often categorized as unbeatable. The Marvel website lists her stats as all at the highest level, having defeated Thanos, Galactus, Doctor Doom on multiple occasions by herself. The main issue here is that she's not stronger than the Hulk in the physical sense. She's not faster than Quicksilver. She's not especially better than anyone at anything except for one thing. It was in issue 29 of Unbeatable Squirrel Girl where the Silver Surfer tells her that she is a cosmic level empath, and that she alone can create peace between 7 or 8 warring factions of interplanetary groups. The Silver Surfer can make these claims, but I think this applies to our boy Steven as well. Steven Universe's greatest power is most commonly called Talk no Jutsu, and it's the ability to talk to his enemies in ways that open discussion and in ways that can understand. That's how you can be strong in the real way. Now we're going to respond to the comments from the last video. The last one was all about Santa Claus, so I asked you all to put in the comments what you would like for Christmas or what you ended up getting. Here are some of my favorite comments.
Cartoon Network says, "For Christmas, I want my wife to come back." Me too, buddy.
Alright, Gibberish Jamboree says, which is me, so I said, I hope to get a new camera or something. Spoiler, I didn't.
Riot says, I want my YouTube channel back for Christmas. Did you get it?
Riot also says, "No YouTube channel, but I did score in a rad BMX
Should I just leave it like
Riot.
that?
Yeah, just leave it like that.
Okay, fuck.
Yeah, _I_porn says, I want my parents to get back together. I don't.
Me too, buddy.
I don't. I don't want your parents to get back together. No Level Art says, Merry Christmas with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 exclamation points.
He didn't follow the prompt.
No, he didn't.
An epic gamer named Mayday_Maniac said, them ginger twinks.
He also didn't
God,
follow the
you're
prompt.
No, I wanted ginger twinks.
Oh, I
Look.
didn't pick up on that.
Look. Some of these followed the prompt, okay? Some of them. That's fine. This week, I want all of you to comment down below on what your favorite part of Steven Universe was, or if you've never even seen the show, what kind of show would you like to watch? Make sure to like, subscribe, pick up a child, put them in a tree, walk away, whatever happens, happens. See you next time.